What is astrology? Is it like religion for atheists? Like, what is that? Like, what is the belief system with astrology?
I mean, astrology is the study of the stars, and think about sailors. They use the nautical positions to kind of see what's up. The moon.
Do the sailors look at the stars and go like, oh, this person's gonna be an asshole tonight because this star is over here? Is Gaia on her period? What is with that shit?
Well, actually, yeah, because when there's a full moon, technically Gaia is on her period.
Is that where the term lunatic comes from?
Absolutely.
Lunatic.
Yeah.
Like, you're crazy. You sleep outside under a full moon, you're a fucking crazy person.
A lunatic, yeah, lunacy, you know, like
lunacy,
the idea of like the lunar phases.
What about other planets in retrograde? The common one is Mercury's in retrograde. Oh no, I'm gonna have a shitty week because Mercury's in retrograde. What if it's the case for like Mars or Uranus or Uranus? Is that like, why is it even called Uranus? What were we thinking?
Because Uranus is such a pain in the ass, they had to have a better name like But Uranus is a planet, I believe, that was born out of balls, so...
Uranus was born out of balls?
Yeah.
What about Pluto? Pluto was for a while, Pluto wasn't a fucking planet, and now it is, and now it isn't, and now it's a celestial body.
I consider Pluto a planet.
Me too.
Neil deGrasse Tyson does not. So therefore, because Neil deGrasse Tyson is a fucking diva queen, we all have to listen to fucking diva queen, astrophysicist, Neil deGrasse Tyson. However... I believe Pluto is a fucking planet, and from an astrological perspective, Pluto is such a power player that he is a planet.
Oh, it's a he now.
Yeah.
Pluto's a he?
Pluto is the depths of the underworld, dude. What are you doing here? You're contemplating?
I don't know. I'm trying to Mr. Burns it.
You look like Mr. Burns.
I'm trying to learn, but I'm also trying to like shit on this idea at the same time. What about this 13th zodiac sign? What is that all about? So like, for example, Capricorn isn't Capricorn anymore. Like everything moved. Like what happened with that?
I'm gonna say it wrong, and for the astrology peeps, I think it's like Ophiuchus, and there are 13th sign astrologers, just like there are different camps of stand-up comedy. There are improv, stand-up comics, there are stand-up comics, there are, you know, script writers. Same thing with astrology. There's Vedic, there's tropical, there's 13th sign astrologers, etc., etc.
So is that like our Space Force now? It's like a new branch, and are we accepting that? Or are there elitist astrologers that are like, 13th? Nah, we're going to stick with the 12.
There are elitist astrologers, but I would say start with Vedic. Vedic is as traditional as it gets because it's based on the lunar cycles, and it's basically like traditional Eastern astrology.
I'm an Aquarius.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Is that accurate?
I mean, you're an Aquarius and you have an observer's tone. So you take the observational route.
What are people that stick true to their sign, that dedicate their personality to that sign? Is that someone who is trying to be true to themselves in a false way?
Somebody that's like, oh my god, I'm a Libra, I can't ever make a decision, like that kind of thing.
Like, why not just put your socks up and make a fucking decision? Like, fuck your sign, kind of. It's like you're holding yourself back.
At some point, somebody has to come to that realization that, like, it's not just their sign, but there's other factors, like, that are contributing to our energy, and we have to realize, you know, what helps us and what hurts us, whether or not you're an Aquarius or a Scorpio, etc., etc.
What about people who go, oh, I'm a Leo, I don't date Aries? Like, what about people who take that first and just block, like, right away?
Those are assholes. My asshole sign, I think, it can be a Gemini. I think Geminis can be assholes. Okay. They can be assholes, but they can also be pussies, too. Geminis, they're twins.
They're twins, yeah. And the pussy and the butthole, they're only apart by, like, a couple of inches. They're related. That is from Team America World Police. That is not my original thought. I am a thief. I am a fraud. I should give up on comedy now. I should just give up and throw it away and go live in the forest.
Spoken like a true Aquarius.
Why do we not give a fuck? You said that we're the observers.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because I've heard the go with the flow, but sometimes the flow is stupid.
Well, you detach emotionally and think rationally. So
Okay.
you're like the rational thinker sign. And then you can go on like these sort of manic panic moments too. Like these creative sparks of like mania.
This happens a lot when I'm sleep deprived.
Do you lose a lot of things?
I lose points of sanity sometimes. These aren't necessarily physical things, but I lose parts of myself. I kill parts of myself. Not suicide, but I have abandoned certain camps of thinking because I don't think it's healthy. And I want to I want to give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck so strongly. And that's problematic.
I feel like you give a lot of fucks. It's just that you detach from giving the fuck, and then that's what happens.
Is it the emotional toll of the Aquarius that we're just not ready to deal with?
I think it's that you just are here to process the logical part of it, and then move forward from there, and then innovate from there. Because your job is to innovate, instead of like your sign before you, like a Pisces, or the sign after you, excuse me, like a Pisces who processes the emotion and really allows that energy to move through them, and like maybe cries a lot because it's like the energetic movement.
I hide that. I hide it well. In fact, I'm crying right now.
Really?
Yes. I'm crying right now.
Well, I can't tell because you're a ginger and have blue eyes, and what we all know was that you're an alien, so maybe you just are crying in a different part.
I'm an alien with a corrupt soul. I'm not full ginger. I have the red beard, but my hair is... my hairline is 45.
I can't look at you.
You can't look at me? Look at me and tell me my flaws. Expose my weaknesses.
Jake, you look like you just came out in 1996.
Please tell me why.
You look like you need to be...
The car's in the front yard.
You look like you need to just be in a coffee shop with like a plaid shirt on, and you're just like, tell me my horoscope. I need to know because I need to make the right mixtape.
Is the Libra the one for me? Is the hipster girl at the coffee shop in Silver Lake?
You're the guy who would go through each thing, and you would use the recorder, and you would get the thing, and then you would make it like Sylvia's mix.
Who is Sylvia?
The girl from the coffee shop that you fell in love with and made her a cassette tape.
Where do healing crystals fall into place?
Yeah, I think you need more than healing crystals.
Because there's people with birthstones, right?
Yeah. Amethyst?
Amethyst?
Is it a purple one?
It's purple.
That means you're clairvoyant.
Oh, shit.
It helps with clairvoyance.
I didn't see that coming. How ironic.
I feel like your thing is more like maybe you're like a different species. And maybe horoscopes like apply to you, but not from the perspective of Earth.
I am cosmic as fuck then.
You're very cosmic.
Does that separate me from the rest of the signs? Like, I'm the black sheep. I'm the weirdo on the outside that is emotional and tries not to give a fuck, but does.
I feel like you are definitely, maybe you traveled here on, like, maybe like your spaceship, like, was just here for a pit stop, like going to Buc-ee's. And then they accidentally left you, and your mom like found you when she was like taking pictures of horses, and then, oh, what is this adorable child? Oh, let me take him in and help him, and then you like just came from another dimension. Do
you think my dad is a shape-shifting alien reptile?
I don't think you're reptilian.
No.
You're too nice to be reptilian.
I'm too nice?
Yeah. Who's the Facebook dude?
Fuckerberg?
Fuckerberg.
Yeah.
He's a reptilian. Have you seen his eyes?
Yeah.
Have you
they're
seen
like
that picture of his eyes?
Yeah, they're like soulless and kind of dead.
Yeah.
Like he's been behind a desk for 10 years.
But yeah, I definitely think Zuckerberg is more like a reptilian.
Mm-hmm.
And you're more like Pleiadian.
Pleiadian? Oh, that's one I haven't heard in a while. Someone's been listening to Alex Jones a little too much.
I would even say you're maybe Arcturian.
Oh, what's that? Tell me about that. What's that?
The friendlies.
The friendlies?
Yeah, the friends.
Are these the same friendlies that put stuff up our butts?
No, those are the Greys.
The Greys put stuff up our butts.
Yeah, they're mean.
They're mean?
Mm-hmm. Greys, reptilians, draconians, they put stuff up your butt. I think that's what Elon Musk is. He's one of that crew.
He does want to put things inside, not our butts, but Neuralink.
In our brains.
The brain.
He's, I think, either a mix of draconian and something called the Archons.
What? What in the horoscope hell is this nonsense?
This is dimensional where we went from horoscopes to interdimensional travel.
You fucking Aries. You aggro Aries. You just know how to read people, don't you?
And I know that you're more interstellar.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what an Aquarius is.
I'm not as familiar with Aries. The last chick I was in a serious relationship was an Aries, and she was able to cut through my bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So are you able to see the bullshit?
Aries are here to fight, but it's when their battle gets assigned. So Aries are here to fight, but it's depending upon what they're fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to fight for justice.
I'm nice! Love me!
What's your favorite 90s song? Or what's a song that you loved in the 90s? Is your band touring the Northwest? Do you have a van that you need to go to?
Whatever sounds like Eddie Vedder. That's not Eddie Vedder. Oh yeah!
So how does it feel to be on this planet?
I want to leave. I want to divorce myself via astral projection.
I think that's what you do.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Let's go to another plane of existence. Floats away. This has been a fucked up rant on astrology and the stars and shit. Follow Kristy Belich on Instagram. She is very insightful and very lovely. It's been wonderful having you.
Thank you for having me.
Boom.